Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kids Show. And today, let's just get into the basics of my life. I finally think I have my sleep under control now, which means I have so much more time to fuck with so many other people. And I'm going to take advantage of that here right now because we are going to talk about Saints Woke. Yes. And I don't like to use the term woke lightly. Like, I definitely hold back on using it. But I think it's fair to say that this new Saints Row volition has changed the way they are in order to try and to appeal to a new group of people. But my biggest criticism is not even a volition at this point because I understand what they're trying to do. I understand where they're going with this new Saints Row. It's the motherfucking people on Twitter, the grown ass motherfuckers, the grown ass gaming community in age only, mind you. You know, one of my favorite quotes is hilariously enough from the Diana Ross film Mahogany, where Anthony Perkins says essentially that you're only young once, but you can be immature for a lifetime. And in some ways, admittedly, I'm immature. Like, basically, I like to fuck with people. I'm a bit of a troll when I want to be. Uh, Very chosen attempts at trolling, let's just say about that. But these people actually think that they're grown ups in more than just age. And get so fucking upset when you call out how shitty the new Saints Row is. And it's not just shitty from one perspective, from every main perspective of this franchise and of gaming. The new Saints Row is a piece of shit. And when you call it out, oh my god. Old fans of Saints Row, ooh, they get their panties in a twist. They think it's okay that they can't make their big titty fucking thong wearing bitches in the create a character screen. They think it's okay now that they're taking out rim jobs from the fucking name of the car customization shop that you go into. They're okay. They co-sign all these changes thinking that the end product is going to be good. The reality is, it isn't going to be good. The reality is, and you may not have gotten this, some people are very slow, but the reality is, they didn't even, Volition themselves, didn't even make this fucking game for you. And I've realized that. And honestly, I can admit that I'm bitter about it. I'm very bitter about it because why wouldn't I be? I grew up with this franchise. I'm one of the people that made the franchise as successful as it was. I've played all the mainline Saints Row games. And when they're just literally showing you in every way, shape, and form that they don't give a fuck about you, they want to make their next game, their next mainline Saints Row game, which is essentially a reboot, not for you, the longtime customer, but for Gen Z, the generation below you, the stupid, young, impressionable, manipulative generation, the youngest generation that is consuming these products. They say, well, fuck our old fan base. We're going to make a new fan base in these young, dumb motherfuckers that don't know any better. Of course I'm gonna be upset about it. Why wouldn't I be? But they also, if they can manage to manipulate the current, essentially the old guard, let's just go at that, the old guard into buying their piece of shit game, they've actually successfully managed to get some of you to ball gargle this new game that clearly this developer spits in your face and shoves down your throat. Well, even better if they can make you look like a total fucking idiot for buying it. But you know, to me, at this point, the gameplay looks like shit. Saints Row gameplay, man. Solid Rev went through this shit. Like, he explained, look, I'm playing GTA 4 in 2022. This is literally what he said. I played GTA 4 in 2022, and that shit is way better made than this new Saints Row, and it doesn't take a genius to notice it. I mean, when you look at GTA 4, you see the blood splatter on the wall, you see the amazing physics, you see the work, the underbelly is showing, and it's clearly well made. You know, with this Saints Row, it looks like a shitpost. When you shoot an enemy, it looks like their body's throwing up orangish looking blood, and then it disappears when it hits the floor. one of your main fucking one of your main foot soldiers looks like Steve Urkel's fucking grandson. This is what we're getting now. Now, if they put Steve Urkel's grandson to be the computer dude, okay, that totally makes sense. He's the fucking nerd of the group. No, he's an actual foot. He's one of your main fucking foot soldiers. This is the type of fucking game that we're getting. And when it comes to Saints Row has always been diverse. Okay, there's always been people from all walks of life in terms of race, color, creed, gender, all that shit involved in Saints Row. But they're pushing for a more diverse Saints Row, and it's like, Saints Row has always been diverse, you stupid motherfuckers. It's just, you could just tell it's all one big fucking virtue signal. Everything, they basically, all the fucking check marks of how to essentially appeal to the younger generation and the stupid people. I mean, let's be real now. Volition themselves has said they are extremely ashamed of essentially the work that has made their name viable. What has made Volition is the fact that they made some of the most offensive work in all of gaming and done it in some of the most hilarious, entertaining ways possible. And I'm mostly pointing at Saints Row 1 and 2. I've played all the mainline Saints Row, but those are personally my favorite. 3 is okay. 4 is a shitpost that's only playable just for simple entertainment purposes. Most people skip over that one, and I don't blame them. I was able to play it and take it for what it was. But look, Agents of Mayhem was a huge fucking failure. It was a piece of shit post at best. And instead of Volition saying, well, let's actually make a good game for the people that deserve it, for our longtime customers. They deserve a well-functioning, better made product, especially in a generation where gaming can be better than ever before. The technology is better than ever before. We can make something absolutely amazing. Instead of doing that, they made this new fucking Saints Row. And the fact, and people that are fucking as old as me or older, and right now I'm 29 years old, mind you. I grew up with the franchise. They're some of my absolute favorite games of the 360 PS3 generation. And the fact that some people that are my age or older that have also been longtime fans of the franchise can't see this, and they'd rather be mad at me for calling it out instead of being mad at Volition for throwing shit at their face. It's fucking annoying. Look, you could buy this piece of shit game if you want to. To me, it's Game Pass filler at best. If it ended up on Game Pass, I would fuck with it a little bit. But can I take it seriously in any way, shape, or form? Or, no, I shouldn't even say seriously. Can I actually have serious fun with this game? Wholehearted fun? No, of course not. Because it's not Saints Row. It's only Saints Row in name. That is it. Nothing else. Everything that Saints Row has been long time known for, this game does not at all deliver. As far as it goes, your characters wear purple, and it's an open world sandbox. That's it. And people have wanted Volition to go back to Stillwater for so fucking long. They wanted, personally, I wanted a remake of the original Saints Row because that game is dated. I loved the game when it came out. I thought it was amazing. But let's be real now, the game is dated. It could use a modern day facelift that was respectful to the original game itself. But we're never going to get these things. If you're holding out hope that this Saints Row will lead to remasters of 2, 1 or 2, uh, you're foolish. I'm just saying. So don't be fucking mad at me because Volition didn't even make a game for your stupid ass in the first place. I'm just saying, alright? I think it's absolute bullshit that people gotta fucking, they got a cap for a piece of shit ass game. Alright? Look, you can have your little open world sandbox fun with the game. I'm not telling you not to do your thing. But when people are trying to have an honest conversation, don't go fucking after them. Alright? You don't want to have an honest conversation. You don't want to admit the fact that Volition told you to go fuck yourself. And you're still gargling their ball sack. They didn't make the game for you. That's the main thing that I want to actually explain. I don't think that some people understood that. Hopefully now you do if you didn't previously, but they did not make this game for you. They made it for Gen Z. If you were a fan of the previous games, especially the first 2, they sure as fuck didn't make a game for you. Matter of fact, they don't even fucking like you. They don't even like the games that you like. They can't relate to you because they are some woke ass bullshit, bro. And honestly, it's not even just that. Really, they want to be able to take advantage of a younger, stupid, more foolish generation that that grew up knowing only microtransactions, season passes, battle passes now. These people all grew up knowing only this. So they're easy to take advantage of. They're more willing to get fucked in the ass, blatantly without actually giving consent. And some of these people are too young to give consent by any means. But this is literally the people they're trying to essentially make their new demographic so that they can fuck them over constantly because they're willing to pull out their mommy and daddy's wallet. That's what it boils down to. Millennials and baby boomers, man, we fucking, we knew what it's like to play games back in the day, and when you bought the game, the whole game was on the disc. There wasn't any extra bullshit. There wasn't season passes, there wasn't battle passes, there wasn't microtransactions. We came from a time where developers actually respected us with a whole working product, and if the product didn't work on disc, then guess what? The product was deemed an absolute failure and lambasted in that time period. Whereas today, unfortunately, no game is finished on disc now. This is where we've regressed to. And at this point, the gaming industry wants to move to the generation that knows nothing of that time period where gaming was so great, where the gaming industry actually respected their consumer base. Gen Z knows nothing of that. All they know is all the bad shit in gaming, sadly. And now the gaming industry wants them. They're coming for them. And they're gonna, guess what? They're gonna leave you behind. That's just what it boils down to. But anyways, guys, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitch and Twitter if you want to continue the conversation, especially if you want to yell and act like an angry NPC, because, well, I'm not afraid to have the honest conversation. But anyways, guys, with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.